There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
Nationals baseball starts right now. Steven Strasburg, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
Now into the box, Andrew Knizner. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
St. Louis, the catcher, Andrew Knizner.
First pitch of the AB now. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty V, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Here comes Robles, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Tip your cap if you're the pitcher right there. That was a great battle, couple of tough pitches. Offensive player able to work himself deep into the count. Pitcher on the attack, but chalk one up for the offense on that.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg, he's got 5 base hits in 18 at-bats. 2 of those hits were for home runs. High and deep down the left field line. Knizner aboard here at first with nobody out. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Two balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Arenado. Fouled off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
That's just a great pitch, both on the call from the catcher and the execution. If he hits it, there's a good chance it turns into a double play ball, but it's also a spot that's going to get a lot of whiffs, too. That's excellent pitching.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Fouled away. And and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Now the 0-1. Yanked on the ground down the line, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Now a long throw to third, and he's out on a strong throw.
Hey, I love to be aggressive on the base pass, certainly when you're watching the play. That runner saw that baseball right in front of him. The whole play transpired right in front of him, and he felt he could get to third base. Then he better get there. Can't be thrown out in that situation.
So now to the plate, Tyler O'Neill, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Soto is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. One left for the Cardinals. Now it'll be Washington's turn in a scoreless ball game. Jack Flaherty is on the mound for the Cardinals. What's your take on him, Dan?
Big arm here, Jack Flaherty. Call him Jack Flash. This guy throws in the upper 90s, 97 to 100 miles an hour. Great life up in the zone. Good hard breaking ball. He has tremendous mound presence. Gets the ball, throws it in a hurry. There isn't anything really finesse about this guy. One of the top power pitchers in all of baseball.
Here now is Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
2-pitch mix here. If you're in the batter's box, you're looking for something up. Sinker changeup right here. Got to get it up.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
In now, Luis Garcia. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. Still without a home run and a pair of RBIs. Lifted down the line in left. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Garcia can be considered a bit of a one-dimensional hitter, I guess, in terms of making contact. He tends to see the ball out of right-handed pitchers' hands well, but doesn't seem to pick up the left-handers at the same level. And there's out number 2.
Batting third.
And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Nero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matty, you focus on this lineup, the middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters. The guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the count and find ways to get on base and create a little bit of havoc on the defense.
Juan Soto to the plate now, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Down the third baseline. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
At the plate, Kyle Schwarber. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's got 2 hits in 20 at-bats. He's also gone down on strikes 9 times. Soto stands at second with 2 gone. This is on the ground over to first. Goldschmidt will take this to the bag himself, and with that, the inning comes to a close. 2-out double left stranded. It's back to the nation's capital after this. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, the grounds crew members that I talked to prior to the game said the weather we're experiencing right now is expected to move on as the game progresses. They said they'll put extra effort into keeping the field dry until this rain dies down. But despite it being a little wet at the moment, we should get this one in uninterrupted.
Heidi, thanks. And Dero, I'll send this one to you. As an infielder, these are games that can really challenge a player.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
The 0-1 pitch.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Standing in now, Edmundo Sosa, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Sosa, a 25-year-old, is a middle infielder by trade, of course, usually a shortstop, but they've got him at second base in this one.
Yeah, this one kind of reminds me of how I was raised. I came up as a shortstop, and everyone thinks you could just go over to second base, seamless transition. Not the case. It kind of feels like you're stepping on a different part of the earth right there. Everything's happening at way different angles. Turning a double play at second base becomes a real focal point and stuff you have to work on. Shortstop, the angles are all moving in front of you, all moving towards first base. This is interesting.
And it's fouled away. No score here as we play inning number 2. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Harrison Bader is on deck. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. Fastball too low, and that's ball 4.
Batting 7, the center fielder.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg, 2 hits in 7 tries. First offering. And he lays off there, 1-0. Swung on and missed, 1-1.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Strasburg with a check at first. Runner at first here, one man out. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. From the stretch.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
The 3-1 pitch. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he misses again here. It's ball 4. And that's back-to-back walks here with one away.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
That brings in Tommy Edman. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
The 0-1 pitch.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Here comes the 1-2.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
And that misses. Ball 4, and he's going to need to settle down in a hurry now because he's in a peck of trouble.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
So now here is Jack Flaherty looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. Here's the first pitch.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Oh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
Line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Now to the plate, Andrew Kisner. He collected a base hit his first time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave it.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Outside for a ball, 1-1. One and one. Here it is.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The set and the 2-1. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll get down out there. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
The batter.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Here's Nolan Arenado. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Fouled off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Fouled away. Swing and a line drive. That gets down and the inning will continue. And the run will score from second as now it's a 3-0 game.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now of this team. They're just feasting on a pitcher that's he's given up some runs and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired. Going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Outside, 3-0 now.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
That one's in there. 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And no messing with Goldschmidt there as he'll take first on ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
So the bases are loaded here. 2 men gone. And into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. First pitch of the AB on its way.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Ball 2 now.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
He sends it out to left field. Well hit. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. 8th home run on the season for him as this lead swells to 7-0.
And that is why you just can't put yourself in a bases loaded situation. You've got nowhere to put the hitter, and he knows it. So he sets up, waiting to pounce, and that's exactly what he does. Jumping all over this thing for a grand slam.
Now the Nationals skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to do it now for Steven Strasburg. So he'll depart here tonight, and these fans will not be terribly appreciative, I don't imagine, as he was pretty much dreadful in this one. Austin Voth enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. Into the box now, Austin Dean.
Number 0.
And he fouls this one off. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
ケンさん毎度です。跳ね返せ。満塁ホームラン打たれてましたよ。
7 runs have crossed the plate in the inning. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around and the inning is over. But not only do they take the lead, they also open it up a bit as 7 men come across to score. On now to the bottom of the second. Cards lead it 7-0. Josh Bell the next to hit. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
First pitch on the way.
ホームのファンもたまらんでしょうね。いきなり7点取られたら。2回持たずノックアウトで。
2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next.
26ね。
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. 3-1.
4-seam heater right down the middle. I would have thought he popped a clutch on that pitch.
これがどこなんですか。まためっちゃ遠いですな。やばい遠さですね。こんなとこからこんなとこまで行ったらどんなもんなんでしょうね。例えばこの辺にしといて、高速乗って1時間45分、高速なしで1時間半、恐ろしいですね。
And the 3-1. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
どう見ても遠すぎですな。
Here's Starlin Castro. Runner at first
こ
to
の
start
ケ
the
ツに
inning.
入れる
And
に
now
は
when
ちょ
it
っ
comes
と
to pitching in the
もったいない。
rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult
普
part,
通
Matt, is
に
the
3日
ball
とか
can
入れ
slip.
てる
It's
方
hard
が
to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
かなのか。
From the stretch to the left side, but it's well foul. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind nothing in two. Flaherty, a California-born ball player. He was a first-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matt, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name. Kids are buying his jerseys.
One there, relay to Goldie, and that gets him as well a double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Fouled off.
暑いですね。
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and
28.6 度あ
2.
ります。
Into the windup and the pitch. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for Washington. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0.
まだエアコン入れてないですけど。
Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top
暑い
of the
です
third.
な。や
Heidi?
かましいと余
Thanks,
計暑くな
Matt.
りま
In
すね。
between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the
静
Cardinals
かにし
to
てくだ
discuss
さい
his
よ、あ
thoughts
な
on
た
his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said
余計
forcing the
に
opposing
暑くなって
starter
きま
out
す
of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint
黙っとっ
and
て
for
く
their
ださい
outlook
よ、あな
moving
た。
forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off for St. Louis.
All set for the start of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
This is when you got to get selfish. You cannot get complacent or overconfident right here. These days don't happen often. When you got your foot on the accelerator and the entire offense is feeling pretty good, get greedy and keep getting knocks and putting pressure on the defense.
Voth, a native of Washington, the Evergreen State. He was a 5th-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And a slurve, but this is in the dirt for a ball. Lined hard to center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Now back.
And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race.
ナショナルズ最下位ですね。6勝10敗。まさか最下位とは。
So 1 gone here in the St. Louis third. And into bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader.
冷やしててもすぐに乗るなってきますね。今の一時的な感じですね。
Fouled away. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. One out, nobody on. Boy, he just threw that fastball by him.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Tommy Edman is on deck. Down the left field line and deep.
あら、今見たら土曜日に入ってますよ。
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on
まさ
strikes.
かま
So
さか
it's 2
の
up,
土
2
曜日
down
に
to begin the third.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Into the box, Tommy Edman. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Racing back, the right fielder.
Oh,
At the track, the wall. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 3 here in the early going as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
That wasn't the plan. You just have a meeting with your pitching coach to go over some strategy, and all of a sudden you throw one and it leaves the ballpark.
Stepping in now, Jack Flaherty. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He hit a sac fly earlier.
やかましたい、黙ってなさい。静かにせんかいやら。仕事は進まないし、入居者やかましいや。
Pitch on the way. Hit on the ground to short. Turner fields it cleanly. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired.
また1点追加ですね。
One for the Cardinals in the inning on the solo home run. Bottom of the third coming up. It's the Cardinals 8 and the Nationals nothing. Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Victor Robles.
The center fielder, Victor.
ちょっと待ってくださいよ。26日。13時から。名前が田中。田中。 田中。
Fans, make sure to join us here at the ballpark this Friday night, as we've got the solution for these cold early season games. The first 10,000 fans through the gates will receive a complimentary team fleece blanket. That's courtesy of MLB The Show.
これで龍が如く静かに1000回って
First delivery to him. No balls and one strike.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence, he's got great body language on the mound, he's got fastball command, and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
座ってるとね、足の間が汗出てくるんですよね。
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
短パンになってても足の間が汗かいてきよるから。
Still a ball and 2 strikes. Again a 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Batting none.
それ龍が如くといえば龍が如くゼロとか極みとか極み2とかあるじゃないですか。あれをちょっとね、なんか配信ができるようになったらしいんで、全シリーズを順番にやってる感じなんですよね。全部無料でできるんですよ。ゼロをやって極みやって極み2やってんでからその後があれでした。3でしたっけ。3456でしたっけね。3456最後が7ですよ。7もなんか無料になったんですよ。春日一番のロープレが。なんか全作品が全部無料でできるんですよ。それやったらもう全部やろうかないう感じで、ちまちまやって残していこうかなっていう。マイクロソフトも全部無料にしてくれるからありがたいですね。なんかでもできるようになったらしいですよ。前までなんかできへんって出たんですよね。今はもう普通にできるみたいですよ。
Gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Still 8-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and now it'll be the catcher, Andrew Kisner.
もうそろそろ配信やってもええかみたいななったんかもしれないですね。ジャッジアイズは配信できますよね。キムタクの。
check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike two.
キムタクのもなかなか面白いですよね。キムタクが嫌いな人はできないんですけど、全然キムタク嫌いじゃないし。
Man, did this one get ugly early. As a starting pitcher, you're looking to get some length, and certainly 5 or 6 innings. He couldn't even get out of the second inning of this one. This is one he'd certainly like to forget.
儲けもんですけどね。
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Nolan Arenado stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
結構キムタクが嫌いやいう人はなんか多いみたいやからね。
And now a check swing, but did he hold up in time? No, swung the bat, says Clyde Washington. It's strike one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swings, and this one is crushed out to left field. And he's going to make the catch. Oh, and he paid the price for it too as he crashes into the wall. Now to bat, Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch of the AB now. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. That's inside. 2-0.
Talk about certain guys in the lineup that you want to be very careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1.
でもカーディナルスぐらいちゃいますかね、こんなに貯金があるのは。他の5チームやってますけど、ここまで貯金なかったと思いますけどね。
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And it's fouled away. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
結局あれですね、スイッチプロの発表も何もなかったですね。なんかやったら噂でスイッチプロが発表されるんちゃうかって書いてましたけど、全くなかったですね。代わりになんかパワープロなんとかいうのが発売決定ですよね。
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. The 0-1. And he takes this one high. 1-1. One hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. Goldschmidt leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he watches a splitter for a called third strike, and the side is retired. Cards leave one as it remains an 8-0 ball game. Stepping in, Luis Garcia. He bounced out last time up.
The third baseman, Luis Garcia.
first offering on its way.
That's a ball.
うわー、いけないか。
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a line drive, and that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
Here now is Juan Soto as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Soto stands 6'2" as you see him in the left-handed batter's box. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's 1-2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. And that one yanked just foul. This is on the ground over to first. Fielded by Goldschmidt, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, and I know you want to lace a line drive or hit a potential home run, but I'll tell you what, grab the cheap ribby when it's there. Give me a ground ball middle of the diamond and steal a run.
Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Here it comes.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time.
We'll have to press pause as that's strike 3 to retire the side. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 4 full. St. Louis is out in front, 8-1. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And standing in the outfielder, Austin Dean. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it. 0-2. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a slurve, but this is in the dirt for a ball. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Here now the 2-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Center fielder going back. Still ranging back. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen.
そのまま行きましたね。
So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 3 here in the early going as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
またええ音しましたね。バコーンいって。 最後取られるかな思ったけど超えましたね。ジャンプのさらに上に行ってるから感じですな。
At the plate now, Edmundo Sosa. A ball and no strikes. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
打線爆発ですね。打ち上げた。
And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
Now that the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Harrison Bader went down on strikes in his last at bat. First pitch on its way.
くるくるタイムですね。
Bases are empty, one man out. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike one. One and two.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming, and then boom, the bottom falls out of it. Terrific pitch.
っていうかまだ投げてるんですねこの人。
The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2.
ああ、やっと見れた。こんなに弱かったかな、ナショナルズは。たまたまなんかあれなんですかね。まあ、元世界一ですからね。
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
In now, Tommy Edman.
ロングリリーフですね。2回からずっと投げてますので。先発がもう打たれまくっとったから。ああ、でもあかんときはほんまに打たれますからね。
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. Middle of the night here at Nationals Park. It's the Cardinals 9 and the Nats 1. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
The second baseman, Darlin Castro.
Nationals にします。暑いですね。よいしょ。 さあ、あとはこの人がどこまで投げるかですよね。今んとこまあ1点で抑えてますけど。
Now here it comes. Skied into very shallow right. Dean is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down.
Now batting, catcher, Jan. Go!
Next, it'll be Jan Gomes, struck out in his last trip to the plate. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Gomes, 33 years old. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Here's another 1-2. Hit weakly on the ground to short. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bat. And that was a close one, so they're asking for some time to look at the replay. Could see a challenge from them here. Now the indication from the dugout, and they will use a challenge here. So we'll see what the replay operations center in Manhattan has to say about it.
Okay, one more look at it here. Is there enough evidence to overturn this call? I think there is. Looks to me like the ball beat him the first. I think this is a good challenge.
Okay, umpires look ready, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and it ends up being a well-used challenge there.
The call of safe at first base has been overturned.
Victor Robles digging in now. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Counts even at 1-1 to Victor Robles. 2 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Fouled off. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Nationals gone in order. They trail big. It's 9-1. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and the pitcher digs in next. It'll be Jack Flaherty. Now here's the first offering. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Inside, and it falls behind the hitter 2-0.
In this situation right here,
でもメジャー発売されてもう2ヶ月経つんですね。なんやかんや2ヶ月ですね。
Fouled away.
どこがセーフじゃ温度や。もうベンチで暴れまくりますよ。
Boy, he just threw that fastball by
う
him.
もう2ヶ月過ぎましたよ。
Just hung in there on that one. The 2-2. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center.
今回から X ボックスにも出ました
is
か
to
らね。
his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
The catcher, Andrew Kisner.
Digging in next, Andrew Kisner flew out last time up.
てかまだ投げるんですね。スタミナやばいんですけど。
Here's the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder is on the run. He can't get there as it falls in.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, he'll take 3 from 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
っていうことはあんまり活躍してない感じですか。
Nolan Arenado. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just
ていうか
missed
まだ
it.
投げ
With
るんで
this
すね。
guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out
も
of the
う
yard
すで
this
に
AB.
70
1
球来
and
ま
0
すけ
the
ど。
count.
電撃対談。それまたやばいですな。よっぽどピッチャーを使いたくないのか。
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2 and 0.
Now this is the
あ
kind
ん
of
まり
count
投
this
げさ
guy
すと怪我
feeds
し
on
ま
at
す
the
からね。
plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
2-0 count. The pitch. 3 and
微
0
妙に
now.
外れてますね。
On deck, the powerful right-handed bat of Paul Goldschmidt. Kisner, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And that's over. 3 and 1.
完全にこの試合は捨ててる感じですかね。
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 3-2 pitch. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
不満を持ちアメリカへ帰りました。あっちゃ。家族が来日しない。コロナがあるか嫌がってんすかね。
So 2 gone now in the St. Louis half of the 6th. And stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. From the stretch.
甘い。
Swing and a liner. In there, a base hit.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw to front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
それまた大怪我。それはそれで最悪です。
Tyler O'Neill. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3
アメリカ
thus
帰
far.
られるのも嫌ですけど、怪我で離脱も痛いですね。
The 1-0 home. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
人体断裂。阪神はでも調子いいですね、今でも。
And he fouls this one off.
ほんまに優勝するんちゃいますか。
2 men are on with 2 men out.
佐藤さんがすごいですよね。
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. Cards strand a couple, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. Josh Harrison is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Now here it comes.
すごい勢いですね。
Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
まあ横浜もなんとかちょっとずつマシになってきてますけど、国吉さんが電撃トレードされましたから。
Next up, Trey Turner. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
Fastball just misses. That's ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a one-out base hit.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
いきなりでしたもん。
Into the box now, Luis Garcia. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The 0-1 on its way, and he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Bader is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Juan Soto.
ロッテも初めはほんまに負けまくってましたもんね。
Ready now is Juan Soto.
ああ、
1 for 2 with a
中継
double on his line thus far.
横浜の一時期全然勝てんくてやばかったですからね。
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12 to 10. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
これは1点入るでしょう。
And this will not be close, and the run will score easily. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
ちょっと次のピッチャーやっときますか。できたらこの回は抑えてほしい。
So now to the plate, Kyle Schwarber on the ground near home. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired.
なんとか6回終了。
For the Nationals. We're through 6 full. The Cardinals lead it 9-2. Ryan Harper enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 33, Ryan Harper.
7th inning ready to roll, and next it'll be the outfielder, Austin Dean.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
Harper typically throws a lot of strikes coming in out of the bullpen, resulting in low walk totals, although he has been snake bitten by the home run ball at times in the past.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to giving up the home runs. I think one of the cause of that, Matty, he leaves a lot of pitches up in the strike zone. He needs to be down in the zone when he's effective.
The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That strike two. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Hit on the ground out to short. Turner has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
っていうバッターいますよ。もともとナショナルズにおってフィリーズに行ったんですけど、ピッチャーにもハーパーさんって言われたんですね。
First pitch of the AB now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. No balls and a strike to count. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, this guy's so aggressive. I don't think this pitch is anywhere near the zone.
0-2 count and the pitch. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Stepping in now, Tommy Edman, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Now the 0-1. Ball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Sosa is off at first with 2 away. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Robles waits on it. And that's the third out. 1 left for the Cardinals, but they hold a 9-2 lead. Digging in, the switch hitter, Josh Bell. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Josh Bell.
And now a pitch on the way. And it's fouled away.
このバッターで変えましょうかね。
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
The 1-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here comes the Cardinal manager up out of the dugout out to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Jordan Hicks takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame. So here's Starlin Castro as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Kisner is there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for the Nationals.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Go.
And now for Washington, Yan Gomes. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base and tap her right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
And even 2-2 count to the Nationals catcher. Struck him out.
スライダーまたよう曲がります。
3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're down by a touchdown. It's 9-2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Tanner Rainey is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Carter Kieboom will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Hmm. 変えますか。
John Nagowski is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Number 34, John Nagowski.
Now here's the first offering.
Wow.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the inning's underway with the Cardinals getting their leadoff hitter on base.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Standing in now, Andrew Kisner. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. And this is going to be his 4th hit of the game, as this should wind up as extra bases. Nagowski rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate as they push their lead to 8 now. When we looked at this game on paper before it started, I don't think any of us thought it would go down like this.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
In now, Nolan Arenado, as he'll cut on and miss at a good slider at the knees for strike 1. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats.
ついに10点目が入りましたね。
Set to deliver the 0-1. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1.
1点取ってまた1点取られるっていう。
And there's ball 2 now.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Kisner stands at second with no outs. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Line towards center field. That's in there. Base hit. Kisner is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate. And they now lead by 9.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
開幕からもう負けまくりましたからね。一勝すんのがこんなに難しいかっていう。
As he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Now the 2-0 home. This is line to left.
これはレフトライナー。
Is there and he'll bring this one in.
Now that left fielder Tyler O'Neill.
Now to the plate, here is Tyler O'Neill. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone. And he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
かといって毎回打てる回でそうでもないからね。ある程度抑えてもらわんことにはね。
At the plate now, Austin Dean, as he gets a curveball at the letters but swings right through it. It's 0-1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series and maybe even the whole week ahead.
1 ball and 2 strikes to
もう曲が
count.
るカットボールですね。
Now a curveball stays inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. A payoff pitch one more time. Lifted down the line and left.
Ah, man, just a hair early on that one and just pulled it foul. He's going to have to find a way to refocus. Not easy to continue an AB after you just went deep foul.
The 3-2 one more time. Line hard into left.
これはレフトフライ。
But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
So next to hit is Edmundo Sosa. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. Hit high and deep to right center. Robles is on his horse. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cardinals 11 and the Nationals 2. Alex Reyes is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And digging in is the outfielder, Victor Robles. First pitch on the way. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Hey guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, if you don't get to head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
Dean is there, 1 away.
The batter, number 8, second baseman,
Carter Kieboom digs in now, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 1 out, nobody on. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Dean will come in a bit and put it away for the 2nd out of the inning.
Number 7, shortstop.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Trey Turner singled in his last at-bat. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Bader able to track it down for the 3rd out. Nationals gone in order. That won't help much. It's 11-2.
さすがに打撃陣ももうこの試合ええわみたいになってますね。
So stepping in is Harrison Bader. Lifetime versus this arm. He's gone 2 for 5. Dylan Carlson will try to get his club a little 9th inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here.
打ってない人おったんですね。
First pitch on its way. Suero playing here in his age 29 season. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
出入りが激しいですな。
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
だいぶ観客減ってますね。
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, the shortstop, Tommy Edman.
Next, here is Tommy Edman. He flew out in his last AB. First offering. Grounded to first. Bell picks it up, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, the pitcher.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Alex Reyes.
このままピッチャーが打席へ。
Here's the first pitch to him. Ready with the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled away. Here comes the 1-2. curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning.
さあ、守備
Down
固
in
め
order
し
go
ま
the
すか。
Cardinals, and it remains an 11-2 ball game.
あちゃ。
Dylan Carlson will stay in the ball game as he takes over in center.
Change for the Cardinals.
Stepping in once again is Luis
9
Garcia,
回
starting
の
things
裏
for
で
his
す
side in the
が
ninth
守
as
りを
they
変え
face
ます
the
が、
improbable odds of trying to come
休ま
back
せ
in
と
this
かん
one.
とね。
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count. At
あ
least for
と
their own
は
stats. You can't mill in your
ショ
chances
ート、
as
サ
a
ード。
professional.
えらい肩悪いですね、この人。一塁、二塁。微妙ですね。サードでこんだけ肩悪いって。まだ一塁のがマシですな。
Matt Carpenter is into the game as well as he's the new first
で
baseman.
から最後がショート。
Number 13, Matt Carpenter.
ああ、71。
Paul DeYoung is also into the game as he takes over at short.
Number
こ
11,
れでもう OK でしょ
DeYoung.
う。セカンドが69。うん。これでいきましょうか。
First pitch on its way. Swung on but fouled off to the left.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Softly hit to the left side. And this will be no problem over
Hard
the third.
line.
And there's the first out.
Now batting, left fielder, Juan Soto.
Next to hit, Juan Soto. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. He's set and the pitch.
アウト。
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he fouls this one off.
ボコーン言うてますな。
The 2-2.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there, a little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
And it's fouled away. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Arenado is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9.
The right fielder, number 12.
So now
最後は4番ですか。
Kyle Schwarber, his career line
こ
against
の
Reyes.
人も
He's
ノー
hitless
ヒ
in
ットで
3
すね、4番や
at-bats.
けど。
Here it comes. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
He'll take that first pitch strike all day long. If they're going to take 0-0, he's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. 2 out, nobody on. Last strike now for the Nats. Fouled off. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
This was just a nice win for these guys. They did most of their damage in that big second inning and did what they had to the rest of the way to secure this win.
11-2 is the way this ball game ends. St. Louis put on a real offensive show with 11 runs on the board. Jack Flaherty earns the win, his second. Steven Strasburg was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that will wrap things up. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
これでもかと打ちまくって。 気づけば11点ですからね。2回に7点はでかいですね。難易度めっちゃ上がるでしょうね。がっつり稼ぎましたね。ポイントもめっちゃ溜まってきましたよ。これで貯金が8ですか。順調に貯金が溜まってますね。2.5 ゲーム差ですよ。広島が2位ですね。メッツ。やっぱりドジャース。大概ドジャースですからね。ヤンキース、オリオールズ、インディアン、エンジェルスとアストロですね。もう3万ポイント貯まってますよ。なんやかんや。プレステプラスは来月に切れるので、また12ヶ月買いました。別にいつでもいいですよ、あれは。切れるとき待たんでもね、追加でやっとったら上乗せでやってくれるんで、切れるギリギリにせんでもいけますよ、あれ。さあ、終わりましょうか。熱っ。もうだから、速攻入れとっていいですよ。熱っ。あちゃ。はい、お疲れ様でした。8時6分ですな。はーい。さあ、では。